because they are not easily available to everyone that needs to know it. That's the number one thing. And it is impossible for it to be included in your curriculum in school. So if you've attended any university, attended any college, attended any institutions, these are not in the curriculum. So they are not part of what should be taught. So don't be surprised if your teachers in schools, colleges and universities don't teach you these facts, because they are not part of the curriculum. 1. 2, it is not part of the teacher training to teach this. The teachers are trained to teach algebra, photosynthesis, history, geography, but they are not trained to teach this. So that's the reason why we that have experienced it must continue to share this with you. And so if you have any friends or family or individuals that you think may benefit from this, we'll give you some time to please notify them. Go share it now, because if you're able to share it, then fine. If you're unable to share it, it becomes a problem. So I want you to please come and see what's happening and then share it, because you need to be able to share it. If you're not able to share it, I'll just change the settings down to public. It's from private. I'll just change it to public now. And then the title, I hope the title is still there, is the success principles. The success principles for people that want to be that really want to know why is it that some people, because they've seen a lot of our students, they set world records. They set world records and they break their own world records. So why is it that they are able to easily break the records, set new records, and some students are struggling to get a C. They are struggling to get mediocre C. This is why we are trying to develop you, regardless of where you are and who you work with. And those of you in this room, you must take the next action. You've already taken the first initial step. You've broken the inertia. Some of you that are online may not understand what we are saying because you were not here at the beginning, but we will give you the opportunity to join us next week. Mark it down. It's Tuesday the 28th, all the way through to 28th of May, all the way through to the 31st of May. We have a short week ahead of us, so we're going to make the best out of it. So we're looking at the golden principles that determines who is successful in education, and we will give you the tools to practically apply the principle. I don't want people to just have head knowledge. There are a lot of people that know things in their head, and very few people really understand how these things work. They just have a memory. If you ask them, they can tell you, but they haven't applied it. They've not heard about the 10,000-hour rule. They haven't heard of that. They haven't even begun to think of it. If you have heard of it and you come for the practical class, you will effortlessly and ceaselessly be successful. Those are two things. That means no matter what happens, you'll be successful, and then you will continually to be successful. So we're looking at the secrets in education, the secret in entrepreneurship, the secret in wealth creation. You were designed to be able to assist others, and once you assist others, you become what is called a money magnet. Business is not about exploitation, it's about assistance. When you deliver value, when you assist others, you become a money magnet. When you develop the same problem-solving skills, you become a marks magnet, and you are marks in any exams, in any test you are having. So those that are not familiar with my work, that's it there, is all for you to know. I have the greatest honor of being a professor in London during the second half of the week and the first half of the week. I mentor and supervise postgraduate and PhD students in Cambridge. But that's not why we're here. We're not interested in that. We're just interested in letting you know that there is greatness in you, and we need to unlock it. We need to unlock the greatness and be able to share that with you. Most of you would have seen my interviews on Sky TV, my interview on BBC. I know some of you have been following what's been happening on BBC. Some would have seen that on CNN, and there are all sorts of quotes that people associate me with, because the Wall Street Journal, the number one financial education journal on the planet Earth, Wall Street Journal, describes what we're doing as genius producing, which is funny because we don't produce genius. We just help you identify the genius in you, and then you are able to deploy it. So if you are able to identify your genius, then you deploy it, and there's hardly anything to be spoken about it. And for those of you that are here, you will get your copy of the Michelle Obama book. That the slide here shows Michelle Obama. Slide on the bottom right shows Michelle Obama with Tola Akerele. You will get a copy of our book because Michelle came down to London, saw the students that have been through us, interacted with them. She was so impressed, she gave them her telephone number, and we thought that was it, and the same telephone number. Michelle went back. Michelle then was in the White House as First Lady, went back to the White House, invited the students over, which is really a great endorsement of our fundamental truth, that you were created a genius irrespective of your postcode, irrespective of your gender. You must know that. You must write that down. Those of you here, you've heard the contrary over and over again. That if you're a girl, you can only do this. If you're a boy, you can only do this. Or if you are from this postcode, you can only do this. That self-limiting talk you've heard is now affected your walk. So you're now literally walking the talk. This is not the time for you to do that. You've got to get the new information that is accurate, because that information is wrong. You cannot say you can't do something because you're a girl, or you can't do something because you're a boy, or you can't. No, there are no gender-specific preferences when we were created. Every other thing was conditioning. So we want to decondition you and then recondition you. So you will get a free copy of the Michelle Obama autobiography. It's the best-selling autobiography on the planet today. But we are going to give you a copy of that, because Michelle, in page 356 on the book, and I'm going to give you in 7 different pages of the book, made reference to the work we are doing here in London. And she was excited by it. And last time she came to London, we had the privilege of having a backstage armband, and we went backstage for the Michelle Obama event. So for those of you that think we're talking to theory, I just want to play a quick video clip for you now, because it's funny that some people still don't understand that it is very possible for you to be able to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish if you have the right tools. If you have the wrong tools, then you will suffer.
This is the moment that she became the youngest successful GCSE maths candidate for 2007.
Let me just start there.
The exams normally taken by secondary school pupils at around the age of 6.
I just play this a little bit because I need you to see this and then understand that we are not talking theory. This is not the time for anyone to say to talk theory. If you're talking theory, then try next door. We need to be able to walk through things. Okay.
Well, as teenagers across the country opened their long-awaited GCSE exam results yesterday, 6-year-old Alexa joined in. This is the moment that she became the youngest successful GCSE maths candidate for 2017. The exams normally taken by secondary school pupils at around the age of 16. This marks the latest record set by Alexa's tutor, Professor Chris Imafidon, who's guided many a young child through difficult equations. His motto is, with the right tools and techniques, every student is a genius. Well, earlier I met Chris Imafidon, who's also chair of the Board of Excellence in Education. He came in along with some of his child prodigies, who are all celebrating their results.
I was very proud of myself, and I was very also proud of my brothers. And we didn't actually find the test that difficult, since we find it as a game instead of a pressurized type of exam.
So tell me about that, Joshua. Jade says it's a game. Do you agree with her? What's your evenings like in your house when you're all studying together?
Yeah, well, We all find it as a game in our house because normally most children think of maths as a hard, difficult subject, but at my house we play games to involve it with maths, which will help us understand maths more easier.
And what about you, Francis? Because you are these three are all siblings, but you come from a different household. How did you first realise that you were really good at maths?
So with the help of AIA, they told me that Manga High was a website which makes math games, and so then I went to the website, and then there's a bunch of games about math. And then when I played the games, I started to understand them as I played them over and over again.
Okay, because we don't have all the time to go through this. Did you see how many times they mentioned one word? There's a keyword they use it over and over again. Did you see how many times they used it? So that's one of the exercises we are going to do. Because we need to see how success leaves clues. These are not extraordinary students, they are just normal students. But you got it right. They used a different tool. They had a radically different thinking. So if you have a different tool, a different thinking, because they think of it as a game, a different technology, a different technique, and a different tutelage, right? 5 things down. You cannot get the same result in education. You get a superior result every single time. This is pointless repeating what people have already established. It's really pointless. We apply the same principles into knowledge sharing, which we call book writing. And you can see what is here now on the wall there. That was what attracted His Royal Highness Prince William of Cambridge, because you need to understand this. We're not just celebrating the success at the national level and international level, because I'm going to make that video available to everybody here. You're going to send you the link, you're going to work on it, because we need to refine your thinking. We need to demonstrate to you that the thinking of 2 years ago, which is the limit of the mobile phone you have, when you got a new mobile phone, your thinking changed because you had more apps, it could do more things. Let's go back to 15 years ago. Those of you that had mobile phones 15 years ago, you know that it was limited, therefore your thinking of mobile phone as a tool was also limited. So you're going to take the exercise, you're going to walk through the exercise, you're going to work on each other. You cannot leave here the same person that came in, because we're going to re-energize you. We're going to retool you. And you're going to go and exceed every single achievement you've had. It will be child's play compared to what you're going to accomplish now. And this is guaranteed. You've just seen a few case studies now. So that's for those of you that follow Fox News. That was taken from Fox News. That's His Royal Highness Prince William, Prince William of Cambridge, and His Royal Highness Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in that conversation there. This is in the public domain, so we'll send you the link to the Fox News. Fox News that published it. So you now know, May the 28th, please mark this down, it's May the 28th, the 29th, the 30th May, we are having what they call the half-term program. Is on Commercial Road. If you click on the link, you'll be able to register to participate in it. It's a dual program. It's laying the foundation for learning, and then we will share also the work for wealth creation. So it's for entrepreneurs and educatees, as they call them, those that are involved in education, that are thinking or will be writing any form of any exam. If you write any exam now and you are not guaranteed 100% in the paper, you are using the old thinking that C is a top grade. C is not a top grade. So thank you for those people that are just logging on Facebook, and those that are on Instagram, and those that are on Periscope. It's a joy to be able to welcome you in. But If you do not have anything planned for next week, make sure you book in to come in, because people that attend it are going to come and tell you what they experience as well. People that attend, they will share with you. So it's a good thing for you to know that, because curiosity remains the biggest tool that you're going to use in learning, and your mind is the greatest enabler of any success you're going to achieve. We'll have time for this video.
Since we've had that.
We'll play that video much later. Here, March. Some of you have been privileged to attend March every year. Our students are hosted by Her Majesty the Queen of England. March every year. This is some clips from the one that took place last year. Along with VIP guests like the Prince of Wales. This happens in Westminster Abbey. Why? Because the monarchy is delighted, very delighted, at the work that have been accomplished in raising geniuses from inner city, because inner city are traditionally looked at students that never do well. So that's my guarantee to you. So we will give you the same invitation next year. If you participate in our entrepreneurial program, we will extend the invitation to you. If you participate in our education program, we will invest. So whichever programs you participate in, you will extend it to you. The book by Huawei, you've heard so much about Huawei. You heard about the success of Huawei, and you've heard about the fact that they are now the biggest technology company on the planet, and they have been literally threatening, all the other technology companies are threatening them because of their success. If they were a failure, nobody will look at them. We have a hard copy book we're going to give you if you attend this week. We've never had all these bonuses bundled together. So on the 28th, please write that down. On the 29th, on the 30th, on the 31st of May, you will be able to do that. If you cannot make this because you are abroad, the same program, but a condensed version of it will run in June at the parent college. We'll send you the link. So that's our Facebook page. If you don't follow me on Facebook, please make sure you do. If you're watching on Facebook there, I know you follow me. So you're able to get things across, you're able to exploit your curiosity. So what we will assist you in doing, what we've done in the past, is support you to learn a new language. People talk about language learning as if it's, oh man, it's rocket science. No. Language learning is hard to you because of the tools you are using to learn the language. You don't use the right tools. You don't use the right technologies. You still use the standard recommended textbook. That's not what you do if you are really keen on excelling beyond what everybody expects of you. We'll give you the tools. We'll work with you so that you are a confident communicator, not just a speaker. A speaker is talking from the podium. A communicator is able to interact with the media. You saw my interview on the Arabic channel, you saw my interview on the Spanish channel, you saw my interview on the English channel. The NTN24 is a giant Spanish channel in Latin America. You all saw that. If you haven't seen it, just scroll down, you'll see it on my Facebook page, and I'll share that with you right here. So that you're able to understand language quicker, and then you read at a speed that is bigger, faster than your best friends. So your nearest competitor will not be able to stand before you because the speed at which you read dwarfs their own. That's what happens here. And that's one thing that we're going to guarantee. Last year, we had the boot camp. Boot camp was at the reception, ice cream party was at the Kensington Palace in central London. Kensington Palace is where Princess Diana, the late Princess Diana, lived. Is the current home of the princes, Prince William, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. This is their official home. They live there. We are having a reception there, an ice cream party there as part of the boot camp in what? In June. So if you are not able to make the May one, book June, the last weekend of June, 29th, 30th, and then you will know why nobody will ever fail science. We take you back to this, And we guarantee you, if anybody is finding STEM, science, technology, engineering, or mathematics difficult, and you know they are finding it difficult, here is the cure, once and for all. That's the reason why we're so confident. We put 6-year-olds to write the same exam as 16-year-olds. And when the result was published, our 6-year-old scored more marks. Listen to this. This is what is so painful. 6-year-olds scored more marks than 300,000 boys and girls that are 16-year-olds. Hence, the media came after us and wanted to know what's the secret. So you can share this. Remember, share this, and you can tag as many people as possible on this as well. So, or you can use the other device to tag other people so that they know that this thing is not an exclusive club. It's not a genetic club. It is not what you think. Knowledge is available to you if you want to use it. It's not available to you if you think it's an exclusive club. It's not an exclusive club. So please, if you have shared it, thank you. If you haven't shared it, know now that it's possible for you to accomplish the same thing. So I would want you to please understand this. It's very important that you are able to walk through this and note everything I've said so far. Just note it. You need to note it. If you note it, then you will be able to do quite a few things. If you don't, then it becomes very difficult. So I want you to note the date. It's a bootcamp. That's the Twitter page. Make sure you walk through that. And I've said about this before. Just that. I've said this before, and I'll repeat it again. The Richard Branson book. We all know that Richard Branson is a multi-billionaire. We are giving you a free copy. We're giving you a free copy of the book for those that are coming for the Wealth Creation one. The Michelle Obama book, we're giving you a free copy of it. The Hawaii book, we're giving you a free copy of it. We're not a bookstore. We don't want to sell book and make profit. We develop geniuses. We are interested in genuinely bringing out the best in you. That's the reason why we make these books available to you for free. You don't pay one penny. You can't pay 1 penny for this. Because we want to be able to fully develop you and then deploy your talent. We talked about coverage before. Those of you that follow what happens on RT, Russian-speaking channel, the English-speaking version of it, you've seen several coverage of what we stand for. Every single one of you that subscribes and pays to this, I do not get 1 farthing. My entire speaking fee is 100% donated to victims of the Grenfell Tower. Sadly, down in here in London, central London, a block of flats went up in flames and 72 people officially died, which is very sad. And the survivors and the victims are still going through tough time. 100% of my royalties from any writings I do, and 100% of my fees goes directly, not through any channels, not through the government, not through the local government, directly to assist the victims of Grenfell Tower. And I've said that several times on television. I've said it on Sky TV, I've seen it on RT, I've seen it, that's the judge there that's leading the inquiry, Morbik. And if you follow me, you will have seen some of this. And as the year is coming up, there's going to be a 2nd anniversary in June. That's the reason why we are also raising this and making sure that the people that were victims of the fire but survived are no longer victims of poverty or victims of lack. They cannot lack anything because they survived the fire. So we'll work with that. So remember, technology remains the greatest engine for prosperity. Those of you that are in London, you would have seen that in 2017, 2016, when we had the pleasure of hosting the founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. I said we had a pleasure because the discussion we had is still available. I'm going to make the transcript available to you. That's when you know why I'm so bullish about anyone being able to be an entrepreneur. Anyone that says they are poor, you're only poor because you poorly use your time or you poorly manage your time. If you efficiently manage your time and you are able to take these tools that we're giving you, you will become a blessing to other people. You will help the poor. So it's about time you quit working for money and get money to work for you. That's the deep comment I made. My recent discussion with Robert Kiyosaki is public knowledge, so I'll also make that available to you. Everyone that comes on the boot camp at the one taking place in London in June will walk away with a free copy of the world's #1 financial education book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. We'll give you a free copy if you come, because we need to tool you. I keep saying we are not a bookstore. We don't sell books and make profit. No, we give books out so that you can profit from the knowledge that is in the book that will transform your thinking and transform your back balance. Once you transform your thinking, it transforms essentially your meal ticket. Gives you a brand new meal ticket. This is the reason why I do what I do. I have not been involved in any form of acting, but I'm pleased that when you have a student that is able to use the techniques, the tools, and the thinking you give them, and they achieve and attain global success. That's the Oscars. They remember. Anyone that achieves global success, all my students have gone on to do greater things. So please tag as many people as possible. You see got the phone, so tag as many people as possible, because this is not a message for you, this is a message for you to be blessed by, and a message for you to spread to other people, because it is insane for anyone to say that they are working in ignorance now. It's insane. It's insane. You just cannot afford to do that. There's the book on Brexit is there. People panic about what's going to happen with Brexit. And those of you that also follow me on social media would have seen my recent discussion regarding the change in leadership in the United Kingdom based on Brexit. It's just laughable. I don't have time now because we're going to download a few of my written work and comments later. But you need to, as a matter of necessity, understand the times. If you understand the times, you don't react like every other person would know. But if you don't understand the times, that's when you panic, when people are panicking. My students are relaxed because they understand the times and they understand the movement. If you understand the times, you understand the movement. Warren Buffett said, you don't panic when there's a change in the market. You find you work with it and exploit it. Fabrice, I'm going to share the story later. That's him holding the Olympic torch. You never would have dreamt when I saw him as a 13-year-old boy, that he would grow up one day to be a multimillionaire, a world star, a top athlete. And when the Olympics came to London, that's them holding the twins, Peter and Paul, are holding their torch, and that's Fabrice holding his torch. This is something that you need to understand, because I'm now going to go into sharing case studies with you and making you realize that whoever said you can't do anything is expressing their opinion about you, and they are entitled to their opinion. But you also are entitled to opinion of yourself. If you understand the opinion, if you understand what you can do, you will know that wealth creation becomes easy. You will understand the principle of repetition that we're going to share. So this is from Channel 4, December 2014. I brought it up here. You can get fathers and daughters. It's right now on the YouTube page. So it's not a matter of my saying it. It's a matter of it's been independently validated. This is Channel 4 with Anne-Marie, who became the youngest FT 100 senior manager. Yes, in investment banking. That's it. Who spoke 6 different languages before the age of 10. 6 different languages. Who captained Netball as well. The school's netball. So in sports, who also played multiple musical instruments. So do not use any position you have as an excuse to say you can't achieve. Now, get the right tutelage. Here is Fabrice. On record today, he's the youngest person ever to pass the GCSE, tough GCSE. Higher paper, those of you that is the most difficult paper you can write at 16. He wrote it 2 years early. But let me play back the story.